welcome to today's session. It's a new week, it's a new day, it's a new dollar. And yeah, we're at the beginning of the New York session here. So far, we cannot do anything here because again, it's the beginning, and there is not. So far, we don't have. So far, I'm sorry. Get me laughing. That was good. Hello, Sabra. Hello, everyone. What we see here, I have an that's another three candle pattern, but we see something deep actually here, but it's at the beginning actually, and I don't feel comfortable to try to trade anything here, and I don't see anything. But again, the 15-minute could we get something here because we were stuck in an area here. When I see here, hey, something deep is closing here, not from the, oh, let me go to the 5-minute here. Maybe from the 5-minute here we can start. Yes, that one we can do actually. That one we can do. I will put a limit order here. Even I don't think it's gonna be that much of an impact. A bit below that actually, you see it below that here actually. Maybe we'll get there. Because that one is too promising here to let it go. And that's the problem actually, because you see, did I get in? Yes, I got it. Okay, I got in. Stop loss goes here. Deep impact. Actually, let me put it slightly above that one here. It's a bit bigger than usual, okay. But where could be our... See, we have lots of wicks here going on. Let me try here. We could not go through that one here. Okay, sometimes things like that happen when you try to, but that one is too promising here. We had something like that. Do you remember that? It was here. Oh. What did happen to the candle? It was here actually. Here. The first 5 minutes, you see, we had something like that, and go. Something like that. Again. Do not use the stop loss that much wide, but again, it happens here. And target, it's gonna be for us somewhere here. Even from the 15-minute, we're getting, where is our target? Again, I saw here, I used here. You see, we have something here going on. Friends, what I wanted to show you, do you remember what we talked about it? We saw, that was for example a trade that I took today. I have a downtrend. What we talk about when we have a trend to one side, it's just one color or almost one color here. Okay, one color or almost one color here. What we do, if at the end of that trend we get in cross candle, doji, base, we get in hammer, inverse hammer with the opposite color, or sometimes engulfing, it's even more promising. That's probably it's gonna return. That was somewhere I took a trade actually to here actually. I think Saber and I did it together here. We took it here actually because I was maybe we get not getting here, and it was tried good. So at the beginning, yes, exactly. Saber was that. Another one that I took was here. What was the reason? When you see you have a breakout, okay, in 15 minutes, and it turns back, it could be two candle or one candle, giant candle, and after that you get an again same cross candle or hammer inverted with the opposite color, it will return probably. Where did we see that actually here? Oh, I did see that here. You see, that was from Friday. Okay, last week, the last trading day. I see, hey, we have a breakout here. After that, I get a giant candle here. The giant candle closes nearby the zone actually. Could be exactly there. Again, we're not have a specific price that we draw something, or I used to draw, but that's back in the days. That's a zone actually. It's close nearby here. After that, what we see here, we get a cross candle here. So, and it's the opposite color. We jump in again, same idea that we had actually here. Same idea that we have here. One color almost, or sometimes almost one color. It could be one, two has the opposite. But we see a straight push up or push down, we get an engulfing candle and get in. Okay, that one would have turned around and kicks us with a small loss because we bring our stop loss to small, but it worked actually. Same here. We're pushing up here. What we see here at the end, red cross candle here. What does that mean? I have to get out of that trade and even short that trade, which we did here. And here I'm shorting it, and here what do I see? Hammer here. What does it mean? Get out of that trade, and instead of short, no, try to go long actually. So the same idea, you can use it when you get a giant candle nearby again. Okay, and you see that one here. You can use it to our favor actually. It should be, but most of the time the opposite color. If it's not the opposite color, probably you can use it too, I think. It was here actually. I saw, hey, after that one I took, I have two candles. That one, again, a bigger candle here, closes near mine where I had my breakout here, the zone here, and I get what? A cross candle here. Jump in, I went all the way up, made, I think I got somewhere here, actually made almost 2K. 1900 or 1800 something it was actually. Same thing actually happens here too. You see, that was what I was thinking actually here. I took that with the guys, with Azrai, Tarek, Mr. Nasser, and some others here. We took that. I saw here it's trying, and finally we got a breakout. And I said, hey, giant candle comes here, closes here. And then after that, what do I get here? Let me bring my calculator, my famous calculator as we know here. Let me close that one here so we don't get interrupted with Discord here. So, oh, I said it's kind of, what I get to know is 2 hours after the London sessions open. When does the London session opens? The London sessions opens at 3 a.m. Eastern time. And 2 hours after that, it's gonna be 5 a.m. So from German time, it's gonna be for me 11 a.m. Since we're 6 hours ahead of that. What I see here, that one started at 10:45. That means 11 a.m., which is 5 a.m. Do not take any trades from 2 hours after London time to New York opening, even if you have a perfect setup here. I saw here, hey, perfect setup here. Okay, perfect setup here. What I see here, if you have an ongoing trade actually, you open a way before that, you want to give it some room to go, that's okay, go for it actually. But other things, no, not open. We saw here, we took a long, and after I set up, oh, 3 candle pattern, not an A++ one, but an A+, because I have the liquidity sweep. Then I see at the end the green candle, since we're looking for the return bullish print to the upside actually. And it is also not closing above the, I don't have the liquidity sweep of the liquidity, but at least it is engulfing the previous candle almost. So it's an A+, and I say, hey, they're respecting a price, and maybe it will come down here and then jump up. and did not. What do I see here? It got back here near the wick here where we had a breakout actually here, where we had also wicks actually we were pushing up. It closes nearby the wick, so it took 3 15-minute candle to close nearby one candle's low, and I saw the rejection here, so I thought it's gonna go up. I added in. And I saw here, 2 candles then comes nearby that wick trying to go lower. They're not possible to go lower. You see perfect setup, retracement candles. Again, the market microstructure, it is trying to push down, but in that zone here where I had my wicks actually, they're pushing it up, pushing it. It's a, hey, we cannot actually. What did happen here? And even after that, you get a 3 candle pattern. We said, hey, beautiful. It is now definitely going up. And there was someone in the community, I think Mr. Nasser was it, he said, that looks promising. Yes, he's right, that looks promising. What I see here, many microstructure says, hey, we tried actually many times. After that, we give a promising bullish candle here, okay? We tried to break that. We cannot actually get each time rejected. So the microstructure price action cannot break that actually. And then I come to the 15-minute. It's the with hierarchy microstructure 15-minute, 5 minutes. Since we're trading gold here, gold is only 2. We don't use the 5 minute here, only for Nasdaq. And then what I saw here is, hey, wait a second. What I see here, the 15-minute, I see the retracement candle with rejection. Perfect. Check. I see the 3 candle pattern. Check actually. I see it's not an A++ because I don't have a liquidity of the liquidity suit, but it is also engulfing the previous and almost getting to the first one as well. A+, check. So we have a really good setup here actually. Everything should go after plan, but it did not actually. And then I went back and was looking here and saw that especially when it comes to the time actually, 2 hours after the London session, and with New York opening here, we should not take any new trades actually here. That should be our break actually. That's our break. Yes, sometimes it is working. Maybe say, hey, Parsa, look, it is working here. So a broken clock, I say twice a day actually. That's my favorite actually phrase actually for things that people think because it's just working. Sometimes it is. No, it is not. That's the time we say, hey, we like to take a break. Same goes actually for the opening here again. I see for the opening here again, that was only because it was promising here. It's okay next time to say, hey, you know what, I will stay out of that actually, because I don't can identify what is going on here. That's okay too actually. That's okay too actually, if you ask me. So let's get back here actually. What is happening here? What we see here, you see that one, I see a double bottom here. Where is it actually? We have still 40 minutes to go actually. That's okay if that one plays a little bit around and close nearby actually here, because then we have half an hour past actually from the New York session, and that's a good thing actually. So my encouragement to you would be from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. for 5 hours. Do not take any new trade. That could be your pause actually. If you have an ongoing trade, that's okay. You say giving some room actually could go either way. That's totally okay for me. But do not take any new trades. In that 5 hours, that means 2 hours after the London opening, and then at least half an hour after New York's opening, do not try to take any trade. New York's opening could sometimes be tricky like that. Actually, try to do something here. Again, we tried it actually because I saw here we finally break it actually here, but again it's getting up. Could hit us, could not. Let me see here. Again, we could get hit, maybe not, hopefully get hit and then we'll return. I don't know, but that's it. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. And what I always say is, so a broken clock twice a day. That's the reason I try to avoid the opening. Sometimes, yes, we do have a very good setup here. Sometimes it's everything fine, But what is looking promising to me is here, you see we have still 11 minutes to go, and that one is playing here. I would like that one to close here actually. Here is not good for me. I like to see it here actually. If it closes here, I would have to stay for another 15 minutes here. What's going on? Okay, that one I think hit our stop loss. Not yet, and hopefully maybe gets here, and then we turn around actually. See the retracement. We tried to get here, get rejected, and then at the end we get just to close nearby again, and we get rejected each time here. And yeah, let's see what's gonna happen here. That looks okay. Oh, I took actually a trade. We took actually that trade actually. That was the day where it was crazy. We saw, hey, that trade is going into our favor. So hey, we couldn't go through that, and even here it was like a false breaker. We get here again, get rejected, and it's go 1, 2, 3 can just to get here close nearby. So from the microstructure, we are not able to break that, and after we broke it here, it was like a false breakout here. What we did actually, we said, okay, the last second we jump in. Once the trade went into our favor here, we brought our stop loss used to be here to a small loss here. Turned around, got it out, that's it. Another one that I took actually was actually here. That was after I said, hey, what do I see here? I have one candle here. The same, sometimes we have one candle here and we have a semicircle here. Okay, we do a semicircle here, not just come down here, a semicircle here. So I said I have one candle and then I have the semicircle close nearby here. When I go to the 5 minute, okay, we got hit here, so be it. So to the 5 minute here, what did I do here? It was here. So I said the one that I opened was here. You have to multiply that by 10. Again, that's the other account actually, because I do that with the funded one. So I thought the target is here. We could not break that actually. We have lots of liquidity here. Okay, that was 1500. Again, you have to multiply that by 10. And I saw here in the 5 minutes, hey, I got a tweezer here. I got to a certain point of area, zone of area, and I see a tweezer, 2 candles next to each other equal. So I said, okay, I will add in here. I add in here, put here another size, and I say, hey, what do I see in the 15 minute? I see the 3 candle pattern here, close exactly above. It's an A+ one because it is also engulfing the previous one. By the way, also the first one, it's going to be the same target again. 1K here actually, 1200 here, together 2300, and here again 1400, together at the end $3,700, and that was for the day. Once I put it there, I brought only my stop loss to small loss, and I put an alert on my phone so I would not miss the say again, will not miss the closing actually, because my funded account is only for daily. I'm not allowed to hold the position, and especially not when it's a weekend. That could be something that I could lose the account here. So far, again, crazy day. Oh, we got here, I forgot to take that one. Okay, it's too late. Closing nearby here. Kick this off, and to open again, trade goes into our favor, bring stop loss to a small loss here actually. But let's wait what is happening here. Here actually getting interesting. 15 minutes here. So far, so good. Let me get my... Today's so far the craziest day that I had actually. I made over 5K quick, and I lost actually more than half of it, especially here actually, that one, because I opened too many positions, and some even doubled. One lot actually, twice actually, but that's okay. That's okay. 15 minutes here saying, hey, stay away from here. Again, the only thing was that we could say, but that's a bit too far away if you ask me here. If that turns to a 3 candle pattern, still stay away from where near low actually, and even that's gonna be the pullback actually. It's okay. I can use the 3 candle pattern in the pullback because we're going down here. We're going down here, and that's gonna be the pullback, and I can use that to my favor to continue with the trend. The trend is your friend. Only use the exhaustion of the pullback, we say, and the here. Speaking about the devil actually pullback, there was something that I wanted to show you here. So that was something that I found on the internet, took a screenshot. The young man sees a breakout here, okay? You have to understand the moment he sees that, he's like that actually. And he used the wick here to put his limit order. Somehow it is smart actually above that. My problem here is this. We don't have any confirmation what is going on here. Nothing actually. No confirmation at all. How can we get that? Actually, we said only try to catch the pullback, which is going to be the retest actually. The exhaustion of the pullback and the reversal actually. When I see, for example, in 15-minute 3 candle pattern, which makes sense actually, not if I have actually a breakout nearby because that could bounce on it, or 5-minute I have a double top, double bottom, something like that. Okay, what would have been my entry? He's getting just here, put his stop loss, and always get his stop loss hit, and that would have been his exit. What I would do, I would like to see, hey, what is happening here? I see here we get a wick. That one is getting nearby but still too far away and created even a deeper wick. That one comes close nearby the wick here, where also we had our breakout here. We have also a wick. I say, hey, I have the retracement candle. Yes, that gives me say, hey, get in here. That would have been my first entry here. Let's say from an objective one, that would have been also my target. I have even a better RVR here. Okay, first trade here. The second one that I put in, again, that's the 5 minutes candle here. I see, hey, that's a 3 candle pattern. I can use it only in when I'm just in the 5 minutes, so I don't need a double top, double bottom. I see that's almost like a 3 candle pattern, since I do not exactly close above, but I call it like a 3 candle pattern. I can use actually the closing price to get in, or to say, you know what, between the opening price here and the closing price, I put it between a limit order. So that wick would have probably got me in, same direction here. What I'm trying to say is, instead to do blindly something like that, which is dangerous because you don't know, maybe that was a false breakout here. Okay, we saw that actually. The trade that I took actually on gold actually went to my favorite, turned around and hit me actually with a small loss. I told you end of Friday actually last week. Same is happening here. You don't know that yet, but with that actually you get the confirmation. You say, hey, the microstructure is telling me, hey, I'm not able to go there. I get rejected, and finally I just get to close nearby one of the rejection. By the way, it used to be also a breakout, and I see the wick is also showing me the rejection here. And now comes the candle pattern here. The other one is the microstructure. Hey, I'm pushing up right now. I'm giving a very promising candle. I'm saying, hey, we're closing way above the rejection, so we are getting away from that. We use that as a bounce actually. And now comes the 3 candle pattern that I use that into my favor. Hope that's for everyone clear. Instead, just to trying blindly to catch the breakout after the break, you don't need what anything could happen here. I don't know that actually. So that's the reason why I always preach, do not catch the breakout, wait for the retest. That means only enter a position when you see the exhaustion of the pullback in the 5 minute, could be sometimes in the 15-minute as well. But or you by the reversal actually, you see a certain candle pattern which shows the rejection of the price at certain high or low, or you have a double top, double bottom in the 5 minute. Then you can say, okay, the market is changing the direction here. Now, for example, we used to go up, now we would like to go down, to push down. Hope that's clear for everyone. You see that one? Let's say we would have taken that, goes into our favor, we bring our stop loss to a small loss, that comes near, maybe would have hit us out. I don't know. So far, anyone, any question here, guys? No one. Okay, let's see what is gold doing. Okay, gold is again that one. Maybe something what I do when I have something like that, maybe to catch something in 5 minutes. No, but I like to stay in gold as conservative as possible. But today is a crazy day actually. That was my first day. I actually lost 60-70% of the money that I made. That's okay for me because the lesson that I get from it, it's more valuable. The best lesson that I get was on days where I had some sort of losing trades and I needed to go deeper into the microstructure, to the candles and things like that. Oh, I see I went, did some, I did it not that much. For a couple of days, I saw, hey, 2 hours after the London session opens, until the New York opening, even if you have a perfect setup here. Again, there is no holy grail here, but that was very fishy to me. Hey, say I get 3, 4, 5 clean setup, and sometimes some of them are A++ because they are 1 setup, 2 setup, 3 setup in. You need 3 setups. Hey, we want to return to go up. Actually, it is not actually what is happening here. Actually, is there some news or something? Because I do not look at, but maybe is it, but that doesn't make sense. The market should drop or jump up actually if there is some sort of news that is the instrument is using as a catalyst actually, or the buyers and sellers using that as a catalyst to push the market up or down actually here. It is not actually. And what is going on here? Well, what a freaky day. And do not lose actually your emotion. Yes, for me it sucks too. And I saw, hey, I used to be over 5K. Now it's gonna be less than 3K, 2 point something. It's still good money here, yes. But what was the problem here? Oh, okay, I got it. Now I learned something that maybe next time I would have made even bigger mistakes here, lose even more money here. So long story short, and again, if you use the beginning like that, last time it worked actually, this time did not. It's again 50-50 thing. Maybe at least wait the first 15 minutes next time. I did not actually, because I was looking here and I saw, hey, what is that actually? And I was like, hey, I had something like that. When was it? Last week actually. When was I had it here? Yes, that one, our pullback did not get us in actually. That was okay. And 2 days before that actually here, I saw, where was it? No, it was not here. I'm sorry, 3 days before that here. I saw here the first 5 minutes I get something like that, and even in the 50 minute as well. And I took it here. I used the cross candle here. I said, hey, it is rejecting here. Went into my favor. Yes, it's happening. If you want to use that, if you ask me, at least go for the first 15 minutes. Look what the first 15-minute candle is telling us. When we look here, the first 15-minute candle is not promising. The same day, I took actually 2. One was with the 5-minute candle, and the next one was with the 15-minute candle. Here, that was on. No, that was not that. That was the day we did not get in it. Do you remember that? That was it. We put it here. Actually, we used the cross candle, but did not get us in. But that was correct from us. We're using the cross candle to our favor, actually. So let me see here. What was it actually? What was it here? Here, it was here. The 5 minute that you see here. Here. I saw here. I used the cross candle here in the 5 minute, and also the cross candle of the 15 minute to get in. If you ask me, next time, first 5 minutes is a bit risky here. Maybe if there is a distance, it's too much a bit, because if I go back here, what happens today? I see this time maybe the distance, if we look here, the other one was closer, but that one I don't know, maybe could many things happen. Or wait just for the first 15 minutes here, at least. And when you get something, you say, hey, you know what, that's really promising here, because when I look here, I see double bottom. The second bottom is, by the way, lower. That's something that Avi like to see. For me, again, I don't care. First one is lower, second one is whatever. What I see here, I get rejected here each time. And in the second one, I see the 3 candle pattern, actually A++ one, because I have the liquidity sweep of the liquidity sweep. It is even engulfing the second candle and even some other candles as well. It is promising. I use the cross candle. That's okay to use, okay? But if only the 5 minute is, but look here, we could have avoided to get this stop loss. When we look here at that 50 minute, that doesn't look promising here. Look how does it look like. I don't know what is going on here. You see, it gets rejected here. I don't know what is it. It's in a range actually here. And that one looks, it's too far away from that. It's like a breakout actually. It's not a cool 3 candle pattern. Yes, I have the liquidity sweep, that one closed, but again, doesn't look promising here. Next time maybe just we wait for the first 50 minutes. Even the 5 minute looks promising here. It's risky because we do not know what's the market going to do here. The market can do anything here. So let's see what's going on with gold here. Yes, we have finally the breakout here, but I don't know what is happening here. So no, we stay focused here, guys. We stay focused here. Oh, by the way, that was also a trade that I took actually. What was the reason? I was anticipating something like the 3 candle pattern. I said, hey, I have the wick here that closed nearby, and after that I get a cross candle. Is not at the opposite color, but look, it's closing nearby both wicks actually, and I got the rejection. And I say, hey, it is not able to push through that level here, and at the end shows me the final rejection here, and it is a retracement candle, 1 candle followed by 3 actually. I got in here, and my target was, I think somewhere I saw here consolidating. I think I got out here actually, somewhere actually. I don't remember that anymore. Over here actually, look, I have breakout, 1, 2 candles close near the breakout actually. You can, with the closing was slightly below that, get in, goes into your favor, brings you a small loss, but that one would have kicked you out. That one was also a trade that I took, kicked me out with a small loss actually. I said, okay, that one is closing near the breakout, let me be safe, put here limit order slightly below that actually. Got me in. Come on whenever you're ready. My stop loss was here actually. Once the trade went here into my favor, I brought my stop loss to a small loss actually here. Here, it turned around and cut me out. Could someone tell me, what do you see here? What do you see here? Do you see that? The moment you see that, you say, hey, the next thing you should anticipate what's gonna coming next. That one should go up. Or even you can say, hey, I have that, it's coming that, and now it's going up. We should have taken that, but anyway, if I would, as you know me, I jump in with the closing price here. Stop loss would have been below my entry. I'm sorry, below my entry, yes, that of course, but below my below the wick of that candle here. Once the trade goes into my favor, I bring it to a small loss. For me, the bare minimum would have been actually here. Here, the cross candle here. The bare minimum would have been here. 150, 1250, 1250. That's a 5-hour trade. It's a good one actually, because I don't know if we get here, but again, then I bring that one to a small loss here, 24. That would have turned around and kicked me out again with a small loss. Guys, if you do not do that, they say, oh, I was here 700, no, I get out with 20. You will not make those big money here. You have to get comfortable. You have to get comfortable to do that actually. I know it sucks. What do you think how I feel actually? I was over 5k in positive. Now I'm, I don't know, 2k, 2.3, less than 2.5 actually. More than half I give away from here actually. And again, another shitty trade here. I was trying something. I do mistakes too actually. Sometimes people, when I talk to even my friends, they think always I have the best trades, best. Usually when I use the patterns, mostly it's like that. When my stop loss, most of the trades hits my TP. Let's say from 10 trades, 7 to 8, it's gonna go to my TP. 7 will go to my TP. From those 3 trades, One is gonna hit my normal stop loss, let's say $250, $300. Two of them, it's gonna be one stop loss that I, after the trade went into my favorite, 300, 500 euros. I bring the stop loss to a small loss, $20, $30, something like that. So, but today was a good lesson actually. We learned actually between, again, 2 hours after the session, the London sessions open, 5 a.m. New York opening, do not trade. And when it comes to New York opening, as promising the 5-minute candle looks, wait at least for the first 15 minutes. Let the market dictate the price actually. Even the first 15 minutes is not good, but if you have something promising like that actually, let me see, we had actually a couple of things actually here. One was that actually, I saw, hey, that one is a liquidity sweep, that one closed here. I saw, hey, you know what, I have those cross candle here. You see those wicks actually, you can say, you know what, I put my limit order here, which I did actually, by the way, went here above that, I think, and went all the way. So hey, we had the breakout here. I went here actually, I think I went here, or that one here, I don't remember that, 2500 or 3000. That's okay. Okay, that's 15 minutes, that's okay guys. Okay, or let me show you here, that one here, the next day. Again, I have a 3-candle pattern, looks beautiful, double bottom, microstructure, candle working into my favor, using the cross candle here, stop loss goes here and go actually. That's okay too. You can even add here, you say, hey, it was trying here and then we broke through. Where is it actually? Nearby that one actually. I see that one comes, close slightly here. I can get in, go up actually here. It's possible to use the 5 minutes for the pullback here. That's good, but just the 5 minutes is risky. So two things that we learned today. The first one is actually 3 things actually. We learned that, hey, when the market after breakout, I get a big candle, giant candle nearby, and the next one is the cross candle, hammer candle, and opposite color, it will probably push up. It's like that one here, the same. One color pushes down, I get the opposite, it's push up. Then 2 or 1 candle comes down actually, close nearby the breakout, and I get the cross candle opposite color. Same here, we break out, comes here, close nearby the breakout zone, I get a cross candle opposite color. We know what to do actually. So I wanted to say that, and yeah, and that one here, we learned that was the first thing. The second thing was between 2 hours after the London session opens, which gonna be 5 a.m. Eastern time, and New York session, and that's 15 minutes at least. I would even rather half an hour, which does not mean you have to trade, but the bare minimum. Wait 15 minutes, and even if you see something promising there, then you can. That means almost for 5 hours, do not do any trades. If you haven't, for example, opened a trade here, and you want to give it some room here to go, that's okay. That's not a problem here. The problem is when you're trying to do something else actually, trying to open a new position here. And the third thing is never use before the first 15 minutes. At least the bare minimum, give New York session 15-minute times. Let the market first dictate the price here. Then we can go and try to see what the market is doing here. What we see here based on the 5 minute, I cannot do anything. Yes, we are pushing up. When I look here, that's not a 3-candle pattern, so I could not use that into my favor. But what I see here, so I had a double bottom here, okay? The second bottom is lower. I couldn't have, based on my entries here, any entries to go up here. Maybe actually to say, when I look at the 15 minute here, I can say here, okay, what we see here, let's start with the, here actually, I see first bottom, second bottom. The second bottom is lower than first one. Check. What do I see here? I see that I get a 3-candle pattern here. Here, I have the 3-candle pattern here. That one close below that one. No, not close. My apology. The wick is lower than the first one. That one closed above that wick, and also that week here also, but important is that one. And you can say, hey, I have the cross candle here, let me use the cross candle into my favor. Okay, we could have said, hey, that's going to be, where is going to be my stop loss here actually. Try to imagine that one again is the other account. My other one is where I buy 10 contracts here, and that $300 where could have been my target. My target, hey, I'm going to break the high. Yes, London did break the high of New York, of Asia. Now New York is going to probably break that. Where is going to be my target here? I see the cross candle here, and they get rejected here. $330 to make actually 2,224. Again, you have to multiply that by 10 actually. And once the trade here goes into my favor here, for example, what I do is I bring my stop loss to a small loss, and I do, and that means in that case it would have been $21, and we do nothing anymore. You see, instead of trying to catch that one, we could have catch that one here. That makes any sense because I have the break here. I don't have a 3 candle. I don't have the microstructure into my favor. You see, I do mistakes sometimes myself too, and I do screenshots and put it on my journaling here to say, hey, what was the mistake here? So one more time, we have a double bottom here. The second bottom is lower. Then we see the 3 candle pattern here, but we don't know how deep that's gonna be. I say, hey, I see the cross candle, let me use that. It's here, it's okay. Stop loss goes below that and try to go along here. Once the trade goes into my favor, I bring my stop loss to a small loss here. Okay, which we saw it's gonna be somewhere between $20-21 actually, and then the rest is just waiting here. And you see that here as well. Actually, I don't see here. The market is pushing down here. The market is pushing down here. The market is pushing down here. What do I see here? I see the pullback. Again, when the market pushes, I like to catch the pullback. And what I see here, I say 1 candle covers by 4 candles actually. Okay, I get in here, push down. But what is my problem here? Can someone tell me what's gonna be my problem here? Why we should not take that trade here? The market is pushing down here, and I see the pullback in 5 minutes. That's what we like to do, only to use the pullback and reversal. And I like pullback more than reversal. It's more safe actually, because the trend is your friend. Reversals, you're trying to catch the reversal. You're trying to trade against the market actually. So you want to be ahead of the market, ahead of the others actually. Okay, I see it's going down. Pullback, I catch the exhaustion. I see, hey, after 4 candles here, 20 minutes, they get just to close nearby where we had also the breakout actually, and that's giving me 1 candle covers by many retracement candle. It's gonna go down. But what is my problem? Why shouldn't we take that trade here? What did we learn today? It's nothing to do with candles or with the microstructure. My apologies, that's the ambulance here. No one? Please don't speak all at once. I cannot hear you when you speak all at once. London session what? London session? London session what? Whole sentences. Not to trade after 2 hours London session. What time is it? That's gonna be 2:05. That means the candle was finished by 2:10 p.m. That's gonna be 8:10 Eastern time. So that's exactly in the zone we should not trade here. Even yes, it's working to our favor, but that's not the point here. We need some pause here, and actually I'm happy to find that actually, because I need some pause here, because I need some hours maybe to go to the gym again. Right now I can only go on weekends actually. That's gonna be for me to take a nap, to go to the gym. From now on it's gonna be like this, guys. We start with the Asian session. When was the Asian session? It's gonna be 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we go until 2 hours after London session opens, which is gonna be for us The next, okay, for me it's the same day, but I'm talking from Eastern time. It's gonna be the next day. It's gonna be 5 a.m. Yes, 5 a.m. So we're gonna trade straight for 9 hours actually. 9 hours. Okay, 9 hours. Then we take a break actually, so everyone can do whatever you like. And if you do a setup, please do not trade here. I mean, you saw that with what we set up we had here, perfect one. And I was getting, hey, what is going on here? How can I explain that to the guys here? If someone say, hey, Parsa, what is going on here? 1 A+ setup after now, sometimes it's 3 setup in one. We say, hey, we want to go up. How can we ask that you? But again, it's going down. What is going on here? The only thing is, hey, I know what is going on here. We should not trade in that period of time, actually. I did that back then, but it was not, I did not think about it. The only reason for that was, okay, I did some trade. Let's take some pause here. You know, come, I did some trades. It's okay. I should have maybe next time think more about that. And I did some emotional trades. Yes, the emotional one was it didn't get me in, and I jumped in with the breakout and something like, and that was it went into my favor. What is in the end okay, but again, I should not do that. Why we should not try to here? It is a reversal here, 3 candle pattern. Why should not we try to catch that to go down? What's the problem here? Can someone tell me that?
Market is too strong.
No. Only on the 5 minute. Exactly. We see which the trend is your friend, actually, they say. I see here. That's probably going to, if I want to see, we need to see a double top on the front. Yes, if I want to use that in the 5 minute here, I need to see here some like double top here. One is higher or lower, whatever. Then I can say, okay, I'm willing now to trade against the trend. But again, right now, that's the consolidation here. The market, what is market doing? Market push ups, okay? Then the market consolidate, that's accumulation. And we get the manipulation. That's actually the manipulation where people say, oh, it's going to go down. But it is not actually. It is the opposite. It is pushing up. They want it that you think it's going down. So you open a position, have a stop loss, so they go stop hunting here. Stop loss hunting here. So yeah, exactly. So maybe to get here, and I see when that one would be here, to get here, I see a third of candle pattern, let's call it. I catch the exhaustion of the pullback, also where I had my breakout, and I go from here long all the way we talk about it. You see, that's the way we should trade. Once you get to that, and guys, you should get comfortable if you do not get into a trade. For example, the trade was I don't know, you put a limit order for 50 cents, you did not get in. That happens to me last week actually with gold. Actually, I could have made easy 5K with that trade, but you have to understand that things like that will happen more often than you think. Okay, and one trade that you could not catch should not define your emotion. Actually, you shouldn't go emotion through that. Actually, it's okay to say it sucks. Actually, for me, yes, it sucks that I lost actually half of the money, but the lesson that I got from it is more valuable. Actually, now I know which time frame I don't have to trade anymore. Even let's say sometimes we see something very promising there, but again, why we do not? Because the Asian people are, you see, at the beginning of the London session, you have so many things going on. You have the Asian session here. That means you have the Japanese stock market, South Korean stock market. You have some of the other East Asian stock market there. You have the Chinese stock market there. And when we get to the time of 11, maybe 12, those are going to close actually, the market actually. In their time zone, it's going to be afternoon, maybe late afternoon. So that's the reason you see, oh, London session is, I don't know, weird now. So that could be something to say, you know what, I'd like to take a pause here, because you probably have done so far good. You have done so far probably good actually. When you just trade, when the setup is there, it is unlikely that you lose money. Yes, it's possible and you will have losing trades. I'm not saying that actually. Actually, the first 2 trades that I took actually, that was before Sarah joined me. it went to my favor. I bring my stop loss in gold, and Nasdaq in a small loss turns around and kicks me up with $28 and $37. That was okay for me. But the others then we took, we made actually 2-3K together here. I put it even as screenshot in the group actually, and I was joking around, hey, no one wants to join us to make money here actually. But things like that. But if you really just actually trade the setup here, that means you only trade the setup here, and you say, hey, I just look at the microstructure 15-minute, and if you have a what is it called, if you have Nasdaq, you can also look to the 5-minute, because we do not do that with gold actually. Sometimes I just like to do something like a quick, just to look. Well, okay, here maybe we could have used no, it's okay. Then I don't want to say you will not have a losing trade. Yes, you will probably have a losing trade. First of all, most of them it's going to be once the trade goes into your favor, you bring it to a small loss, it will catch your small loss here. Sometimes even the loss that you put first, actually $200, $300 with 10 contracts, stuff like that. But most of the time you will make money here. For 3.5 months, I didn't have any losing days. Do you remember that last week Thursday when I brought my mom to the doctors? I was on a losing trade track on that day, and I took actually one trade in gold, and I covered that and ended the day in positive, 1200 actually. What I'm trying to say here, actually, it is also okay to have 1-2 losing days, but it's, in my personal view, and I'm not smarter than you, I'm a person like you, I also just boil with hot water, that we say in German language. It's gonna be it is almost impossible to have a losing. The only reason would be if I do something like that actually. If you trade during it out, and even now I'm in positive still. If you try to trade how much I'm in positive, let me give you honesty. Honesty is the best actually. I'm 1500 actually, even less. So I lost 4K so far. 4K. That's a bit too much. But it's okay. The market gives, the market takes. That's the beauty of the market. So what we like to do here is, here we cannot do anything. Maybe if it goes so steep actually, so fast and steep, sometimes to check the 5-minute here, maybe you have a small pullback in gold. That's the only times where I cheat, actually say, okay, I'm not gonna hold to my rules only to trade in 15 minutes. That's the only one actually. And here so far we have nothing, but that's look good to me. When the next one gives me a 3-candle pattern, that's good. What we see here pushes up. I see the market push up, the market consolidate. So we have the accumulation here, and by the way, the pullback is also part of consolidation here, when the market starts to consolidate. And then I see the manipulation, and then the market continues with the trend. It's always like that actually. So what I like to see here, to get some sort of, I don't know, what I don't like to get a 3-candle pattern near that high, but again, that's a local high. That's not a global high actually. Global high, low is the high and low of the day. And local high is where you are right now, and where you're doing a pullback actually. So that's going to be about okay. But let's wait and see what is happening here. So we have the 15-minute here, we have the 15-minute here, and then the only thing we can do here is wait, guys. There is nothing that we could do for the moment. Anyone, any questions so far? Is there anything you would like to ask? Comes anything into your mind you'd like to ask me? No? That means I'm explaining everything so good you don't need to ask me anything. Is it correct? So, yes. Believe me, I swear to you, until the day the market will give you couple opportunities so you will cover your losses. You see, no, wait and look. Look, even on a day like that one, you get some news NFP and the market goes crazy. At the end, the market always rewarded people who are patiently waiting here. You waited, even just only one trade from here to here, let's say only one trade you take from here to here, you can easily make 1400 actually. One trade actually, guys. So, but please do yourself and myself a favor. I know, Tarek, you say you're not there yet, but please do that. Bring your stop loss to a small loss. Always to small. Even it's only $1 actually. I do that between actually $20 to $30 right now. Used to be higher, but right now is $20 to $30. Even if you say it's only $1, $2, $3, please do that actually. Please try to. If you say, hey, Parsa, I'm not there to add in for example, here it's going on. For example, let's go here. You say, you know what, Parsa? Let's say on Friday, you see that one here. You say, hey, I get in. I get in here. That is going to be more target. Again, that's going to be only one contract here. Since I buy 10, you have to multiply that by 10. That's going to be $1,400. And then what I saw here, hey, I got a tweezer here. You see, when you look, when you reach a certain point of interest and you get a tweezer, you say, hey, Parsa, you know what? I don't feel comfortable to add in here. I also do not also comfortable to add in here, actually. That's okay if you do not comfortable in an ongoing trade to add position in, because the reason I do that, each of them is separately. So I don't get an average price. I get each one is separately. So each one I bring to a small loss, and it turns around. It could hit one of them, two of them, but one is still going on. Or I can do a hatch. What is a hatch? I can open two positions simultaneously who are opposite to each other. I have one going on, and I see something like here, for example, and I throw it and I open a short. They're independently. That's called hatch actually, if they're against each other. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's say, you know what, Parsa, I don't feel comfortable to add into an ongoing position. For the moment, it's okay for me if I'm in a position not to add in, just to let the position runs to the target. Hopefully not to the stop loss. I hear you out, and that's totally okay. But what is not okay, and I can only hear, let's say your stop loss was here. Bring your stop loss to a small loss here. For example, $30, or here actually $10. Again, you have to multiply that by 10 actually, since that's one kind. It's only -10. That's okay to me. Bring it once and that's it. Do not touch your stop loss. The only reason when you see, hey, I see from an objective point, not subjective point. Let your emotion away. The market reach an area, and the market in 50 minutes or 5 minutes, it double top or returning point. Probably it will not reach where I want it, the market to be. It's okay to close your position at that point, but again, as Avi is always preaching, you have to own your own trust actually here. That should be something that you're not doing just emotion. You say, hey, that's common sense actually. And I hear you out, that's okay. But please bring your stop loss always to a small loss actually. Try at least to do that. Once you get to that point, congratulations actually. Congratulations actually. You are trading like like iceberg, like institution. They bring always the stop loss to loss, because it's got stop loss. Wherever you stop your loss, you're winning actually. Okay, it's not stop win. It's stop loss actually. Always I want to see something negative, please, from you. If you do that, you're on a winning turn. Let's say something, it turns around, kicks you out, but the third time it goes up actually, and will give you everything. For example, comes down, but will not reach your entry nearby, but instead of bringing a break even, slow below that, and go all the way up, and now you're making money here. It's happening every day actually. That's the way iceberg institutional traders trade actually. Let's go back here. What is happening here? Okay, now that is looking promising to me. Let's go. What is happening with the gold here? 5 minutes, nothing so far. I have nothing that I can use gold for, but that one is looking interesting. If it's close like that, use the wick actually slightly above the wick actually to get in. Let's wait. Let's wait. We have still less than 1 minute to go. We don't know what's going on here. Only the closing candles tells always the whole story here. We don't know. Those are dancing candles actually. Let's see. No, that one is not going anywhere. Okay, then we wait actually. We wait. What could also happen here in the pullback, sometimes we get a double bottom. That could also happen. So we have that one here and that goes up, comes here again. Why is that doing that? To get away from that obstacle here. You see, first time it got rejected through that obstacle. That was, we didn't get the 3 candle pattern. Now it's coming back here and now we have 3. Whew, let's go. So here we cannot do anything. If we have a breakout here, we will not touch it actually. We will wait for the next pullback, especially if we're nearby the high of the day. Actually, we will see what is happening here. But that's the thing you should get comfortable to see, hey, we're coming up here. Oh, that one is below. I look that one here. I got that one. Hey, that's gonna be continuing. Yes. Maybe someone is too bad. I missed that. No, it's okay actually, because that one would have had anyway turned around and hit your stop loss with a small loss here. So far so good. And even if you missed an opportunity, do not hunt the candle. I will say something that I did that today, even myself. Once it went to my favor, 2 times not. That's what I think. Even I'm a human being, I do sometimes mistake. When I always stick to my plan, I never lose actually almost a trade. Because never. The only thing that I said, I stick to the plan. What is happening here? Oh, I'm sorry, not here. Was here. What is happening here actually? What did I do wrong actually here? I did nothing wrong. Wrong timing actually here. I'm sorry, someone is on the door. Okay. Can someone tell me what is that? Almost actually. It is not, but almost. Can someone tell me what is that? Almost. It is not.
Inside bar.
Yes. That's an inside. But the problem is the wick is outside it, so maybe with combination with 5 minutes we can do something here. Yeah. Again. That's the only one, for example, where you do not look, for example, when you have a breakout, you can say, okay, I use the top somewhere, I could try to go. That's alone is confirmation. But again, that's the only one here. So that means I'm gonna trade from now on in 2 time periods. The first one is gonna be 9 hours for me. It's gonna be from 8 a.m. No, 8 p.m. My apologies. It's gonna be Eastern time to the next day near 5 a.m. That's going to be for, yes, 9 hours here. And the next one is here gonna be after the 5 hours when the New York sessions opens here. Okay? 1 second, please. My apologies, my little niece was laughing too strong here. I said, I'm recording here. Please be a little bit quiet. So, what is happening here? Gold. It's getting interesting here. If we get something like that, we can short that. We have still to go, but not if it's not the opposite color here. It's getting, could not get through. You see which side is the wick bigger, to the downside or to the upside?
To the upside.
To the upside. That means that oh, I wanted to show something here. I showed that we talked with Sober about that. Look, guys, when we look actually here, that when was that? That was last week, Thursday. I have one question here. When people look here, what would you say, hypothetically, not because you see the candle here, would you say that they're trying to go up or they're trying to go down? Based on the last candle that you see here, is it going to be, is the market pushing up from here? Do you think it's going to push up or push down? And why, actually? It's okay, even that's wrong. We want to get to the bottom of the things, how we could use that into our favor. Go ahead.
For me, it's going up because we can see that it was in a downtrend, then it reversed, it did a pullback, it put a kangaroo tail, and it's engulfing candle.
Okay. Anyone else? Who thinks that's going to go down? We have the up, and I'd like to hear from someone who maybe thinks it's going to go down and explain why. So we have both sides, actually. Okay, since no one is doing that, I'm going to do that myself. I see I have wicks here. Finally, I have a candle just to close up near the wicks here. Okay, near the wicks. Okay, maybe you see it's closing above that here. But that doesn't give me anything here. Maybe it's gonna go up, maybe not. And even if you do not, that's okay. Or let's say you try to go long here, that turns around and hits you. But that one is different, actually. You see, that one finally closes below all those candles who tried to go up. We were trying to go up, up, up. That one tried, could not go above that. That one, you're right, it's not closing below the wicks. It does not need to, because we were trying as we were pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Actually, we could not actually. Let's say Parsa, I saw that and I tried to go long with the closing price, a limit order, whatever, and my stop loss got hit. Okay, what would you do here? You would go short here. With one, you get your stop loss hit. With the other one, you get to your target here. Let's say your target is here. Again, which was the trade that I took here? I saw, hey, it's coming here, 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 and we had previous day also something here. It's also good. See, we tried one more time, 1, 2, and we get just rejected. That was the point for me to go. I wanted to go here, but I saw, hey, it's better to go here. Took that trade, did some money at the end, closed the day with a small win actually here. Let's see what is 5 minute doing in gold actually. Small. Oh, that could be something that we can use. What we see here, can someone tell me that? What we see here? Kangaroo, not kangaroo, more the inside candle here, you see? Yes, the wick is slightly, I like to see a break above here then. Okay, then I can use the wick here or whatever that wick, depending on us. Maybe trying to go long here. Usually I do not like to use the 5 minutes. So let's go to see what is here. It's a mess actually. It's a mess. It's a mess here. The only thing that I could hope actually, maybe from here I get in here and I get something here, and from here I can get up. That's the only thing. But so far, it's a mess. If you try to do anything here, you will lose money. You will lose money. I swear to you, you will lose money actually. And again, the thing that I showed you, let's say you misread the market, or this has nothing to do with misreading market. You was anticipating something, it did not happen. The next one, it did happen. The first one you said, hey, I go long, did not. But the next one, then again, you see, I think it's it will go down, push down, I go short. Yes, it will actually. And you make money and you will cover your loss. You have to get rid of your scary mindset. You see, the moment it hit my stop loss here, I was not in FOMO, fear of missing. No, I saw the opportunity and I was getting in. But at the third point, I was, hey, wait a second. That 3-4 time in a row, I have perfect setup here. What is going on here? Hey, is it magic? Okay, and I saw that one here, and I remember Mr. Nasser says, that looks promising to me. I said, yes, Mr. Nasser, to me too. But maybe the next one is coming here to do some pullback. So actually what I was thinking here too. But again, hit our stop loss again. That was something that I was like, okay. Oh, but we missed that one here. Can someone tell me what is that one here? What do we have here, friends? What do we have here? But again, since we got our stop loss so many times, I say, you know what? It's enough, guys. Let's wait, actually. Do not blow up our account here. What is that?
That's it.
You have it there.
Yeah.
What is it? Just read the name here. What is that?
The name is not coming to my brain.
Inside candle.
Yeah, inside candle, yes.
But from the other side, actually, here, actually, it is more engulfing. Coming here to see to go. But again, that's at the time I would not encourage anyone to trade here. Let's see what is happening here. Again, nothing here. We are still here. I like to see a break here. Then maybe. Hey, by the way, I have in 15 minutes also an inside candle here. Look. And even that one is more good. You see? That one is inside the... I say first, actually, the red one is almost like an inside candle. Do you remember that? Because the wick is outside the first candle, it is not. But I'm using that like an inside candle. But when I look here, that one isn't an inside candle because the... let's say white candle is inside the body of the red candle, even the wicks, everything actually. Now what I want to see, probably to the upside, I want to see a break here, and then maybe from here to take it here. What could happen here? Two things actually. Maybe I got it here something and I can take a long, and based on the 15 minutes I can even add on to the position. You get my point here? That's something that we could do maybe here. But for the moment, we have to wait. We have to wait here. There is nothing else we could do, just waiting. Boy, I took so many trades today, actually. It was a bit too much. So many stop loss got hit today. Poor, crazy, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in gold, actually. That's crazy. Usually we are the gold diggers here, actually. We're digging for gold, actually. So let's see what is happening here, guys. Anyone, any questions so far? Anything comes to your mind has to do with right now, or I need to go back? We have got a bit of direction. Let's stay. Yes, exactly. It started promising, actually. I did some good money on both, but somehow it turns. But don't worry, the market gives the market that you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Who would have thought on a day like this? You see, you get nothing here. That's crazy. But at the end, at what time was it? That one was 8. 45 German time. That's gonna be 3. Yeah, 3. Yeah, oh, that's correct actually. No, it's going to be 2:45. Can we search the 3 candle pattern in 1 hour? What is? Can we search the 3 candle in 1 hour? Looks like forming right now. But again, we do not use the 1 hour here. Everything at about 15 minutes, I'm not using it, and everything below 5 minutes, I'm not using it. I have only 2 time frames here, 15 minutes and 5. The more conservative you stay here, the more you're probably gonna, it's more likely that you win. But if that one here in the 5-minute gold, it's gonna close below that, I'm just even should not look at the 5-minute in gold. Does not, I will not take that trade because I want to take that in the direction of the trend actually here. See, okay, that one is getting also inside candle. We have still 10 minutes to go, but if that one gets an inside candle here, we break here, use it here, and then it's on, baby. It's on. Then we use it in the direction of the trend, and we go up, up. And look, once we go up here, we have only here. Once we go up, the rest, you see, we have nothing here for many long time actually. The rest is just, do we have here? It will take, sometimes we have many free room here. The rest is just having fun with candle. Today's lesson is having fun with candles. Again, who would have thought actually here? No, probably we will not get anything here. Guess what? At the end we got something here. What was it again? That's actually 2:45 p.m. Eastern time actually. That means good 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes before the markets close. And that's the thing you need to think about actually. 15 minutes if you ask me. Do not 5 minutes. It's shitty thing. Even here 5 minutes. What is 5 minutes? Even the 5-minute thing, I don't care. Maybe if I get a 3 candle pattern, something like that, wanna go up, I can say okay, I do not use that, but that one is coming down here. Give me a 3 candle pattern and I continue with it in gold. But I would like even in gold also to stay as conservative as possible, to be just the 15-minute guy. If we get a 3 candle pattern here in the 15 minute, who would short gold here? Thumb up. And who would not? Thumb down. Thumb up, thumb down, thumb down, thumb down, sober thumb down. Could anyone who says, okay, those who are shorted, it's clear. I see the 3 candle pattern. It is actually to the downside. The trend is ending. Why one of those who said thumb down? Could you open your mic and say why would you not short from here actually, even if you see a 3 candle pattern? What would be the reason for you not to short here? The trend is downtrend. No, you have the 3 candle pattern here in 15 minutes here. It's okay. The 3 candle in 15 minutes in is no, actually has nothing to do with that. Yes, it could be actually that, okay, say the distance is not that much and I have the double bottom here and that's a single one. Maybe yes, you're right, but there is something else here.
Because I think he'll probably retest long and then go back up.
Exactly here. Look here what I have here. I had the breakout here. Look here what I have here. I don't have much room here. And if that one comes down, it bounces from here. Okay? And I don't have much room here. Maybe you can say, okay, when it goes here, I try, but again, I would not actually. Because when you look even, and yes, some people say, hey, we have a double bottom here. Yes, we had a double bottom, and since the distance is not that much, we can consider that. Look here. We got here, or even if we look even at the bottom, let's go zoom in. Zoom in bedeutet, means for me actually, I have something like that actually. That's the first bottom, that's going to be the second bottom. Okay, zoom in, that's locally. Let's look globally actually, when we look at the bigger picture. Or let me do it more proper way. here. First bottom, second bottom here. That means for us, we should have taken the long position from here actually. Why we have a tweezer here? Let's look to the 5 minute. Yes, so the 5 minute we see that also actually. We should have taken that. I did not zoom out. That's the reason I say sometimes you need to zoom out actually. You see a local double bottom and you see a global one actually. You see? And what I like actually, I'm opposite of Avi. Also, I don't care actually, truth to be told, which one is lower or higher. But if I had to choose, I like the second one to be higher. And with top, I like the second one to be lower actually. That means for me, the market could not even reach that area because it's getting weaker and weaker. Do you get the point? Now the market is trying to go up for me. We should have taken here, maybe next time to use the 5 minute, but again, I like to stay conservative. That alone is enough for me to say, you know what? I see here. I see again the double bottom. If I zoom in locally, I see double bottom. I see globally double bottom. That one looks almost like a tweezer. What was a tweezer again? Two candles next to each other are the same size, opposite color. Since both doesn't have any wicks here, if you look here, it is unlikely to have a deep pullback. That means with the closing price, just jump in. Yes, I see we have things going on, but again, we need some sweep here actually, which it was like a false breaker, and everything is going, hey, stop loss goes below actually the big wick here actually. And once that one goes into our favor here, what we do, we bring our stop loss to a small loss here, $21, you see, and we let it there. And if you say, hey, that's enough for me, Parsa, you know what, I got here, we had the breakout here, we got to the breakout, that's enough for me, get out. You made 2K actually. That was a mistake. I did not. I know you say, hey, Parsa, what about the things that we have going on? Yes, you're right. But when you look at the bigger picture, I have double bottom here. Double bottom is so, I have it locally. If you want to see it locally, that means here. If you want to see it locally, first bottom, second bottom. Or if you want to see it even globally, I have that. Second bottom and the first bottom is here. So it's clear, and that one has no wicks, and the previous one also. Get in with the closing price and shoot up actually. And again, where should we put our stop loss? Here, below the liquidity sweep here. Here actually. That would have been easier, good for our trade here. You see what? Hey, I had my breakout here. I use that here to get 2K actually. Easy to make 2K here. I have a cross candle by the way here also. Okay, I had it here, 2K. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We missed out that opportunity here. That's what I say always. The market always rewarded people who patient. After, when was that happened? That started at 10 a.m. That means 10, 15, 45 minutes after the market opens. The market gives, the market takes actually. So let's see what is happening here in the 5 minute. 5 minute we don't see anything. 15 minute it's gonna be our thing. Here it's falling here. How could I anticipate that actually? Something like that. In 15 minutes after that, if we get actually like a cross candle like that, what does that mean to us? Can someone tell me that? Or could also be a hammer, but opposite color. What does that mean? Trend is changing. Again, we have a giant candle comes where we had our breakout, and after that we get a cross candle or hammer inverse and whatever, but it's the opposite color. Trend is changing. We get in here and we go all the way up, and our target is gonna be probably here. We try to get here actually. So let's say it would be here, for example. That would have been that. Almost 2K here. Again, you have to multiply that by 10. Not 5 minutes. We need to see that in 15 minutes, guys. You see, those patterns happens every day. Avi use the expression fractal pattern. The more you zoom in from bigger time frame to smaller time frame, or zoom out from smaller time frame to bigger time frame, you see them happening over and over again. And since they're repeating to happen, I like to call them repeatable pattern actually. They're repeating every day, every day, every day. So since they're repeating, please tell me, someone, how can you lose money in that market? Tell me that, please. How can you lose money in that market? I'm not smarter than you. I'm a human being like you, actually. Yes, the reason why we lost is so many, actually. No, Oliver. Do not use negative energy here. Your body cannot even understand sarcasm here. Always use positive. Why did we lose money here? Because of the time frame here. Yes, there is no holy grail here. I told that many times. I've been preaching that always and always, but it does not make any sense to me. How can that be 4 times in a row I have an A plus, or sometimes I have 1, 2, 3 setups, so combined it's gonna be A plus 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 setup here. Everything is a market needs to push up, and market's going down. You know what's going on here? Does that not make sense? That means even iceberg is losing money here. Iceberg is losing money here too, through some other icebergs actually. What is happening here? We're in a time where the market actually, those patterns, I don't want to say they're wrong, they're working actually, but they're not efficient as always. And we need some breaks actually. That's good actually for us. Even if you could, oh look here, so many opportunities. So what? That one doesn't mean anything to me. So again, we have 15 minutes to go. Let him cook here first a little bit. Let's go on what's going. If I get something like that, even a red one, maybe we can think about it. But again, that one get to the zone here, because yes, we had the breakout here. You say, hey, partial, you said breakout, but that one is well below that actually. It's not the zone, yes. But you can also argue like that. It is also closing nearby where we had the rejection, and after the giant candle, we get a cross candle. And if you see something that, I don't know, look here, you have still 40 minutes, and those are dancing candles here. For example, the moment that candle here started, okay, it went all the way down. It was looking like a promising engulfing bearish candle, but it turns around and you got even a promising bullish candle here. So a couple of things we learned today. One is the candle that we got here actually. Like a trend at the end, when you have a giant candle, it's near a breakout, or let's say it's near a rejection zone or whatever. After that, you get a cross candle hammer, inverse hammer with the opposite color, something like that actually. What you saw for a small second, yes. If we are in a trade, we get out of that trade and immediately open a trade in the opposite direction actually. That's the first thing. The next thing that's going to be very important, not to turn your winning day into losing day, is between the time of 2 hours after London session and New York session, do not do any trade. If you have an ongoing trade and you want to give it room, so be it, because you bring your stop loss to small loss, maybe it will kick you out with a small loss, so be it. And the next thing here is going to be for us, what was it again? Yes, New York session, which does not mean you should trade after 15 minutes. I would even encourage you to do that later. For example, like the one here, that was 45 minutes later. So I say, hey, sometimes zoom in, zoom out. Try to get used to not only to stick here. You don't know what is here. That was the reason I used to have 2. Do you remember that? One was zoom out, one was zoom in. Actually, so zoom out sometimes. Okay, before you see something like that, sometimes zoom out. Okay, I see a double bottom here. I see even globally one actually. Yes, I know I have something here, but that does not matter. Those haven't any wicks here. We will not have a pullback here so much. If I get in here, bare minimum is here where I had my breakout here. So 2K, I'm risking 400 something. It's going to be 4 point something R, or at least 4 R trade here. It's a decent one. It's a good one actually. Okay, try to use that. The bare minimum for us is 15 minutes after the market, no, not the market, the New York sessions open, because we would like to let the market dictate the price here first. Sometimes maybe it's 15 minutes enough, could happen actually, if we have a really good opportunity here, like the one that we see here. Maybe that one is getting a 3 candle pattern, but what is 15 minutes telling me? 15 minutes telling me no, No, I don't feel like it's nearby here. I don't know, maybe it's jumping here and it will or stop loss here, like the one we had here actually. You see here, after 50 minutes that was promising here, use the wicks of those cross candles here, try to short it, or I have something like that, use the cross candle itself actually, try to go long here. If you have something like that, it's okay to use 15 minutes first. Otherwise, we should stay here, focus. We should concentrate what we are doing here, and the rest is actually, yeah, whatever it is. We had some good trades here actually. I told you I got it from here, for example. I saw that I was anticipating, went up actually. I had actually in gold. We saw that actually here. Oh, that one I need to tell you, Sober and I, last second we jumped in with the closing price to buy because we saw, hey, rejected here, goes up, need 3 candles just to come close here. Again, it could not go through it, just to close nearby here. MicroStrategy is telling me, hey, it's getting rejected. We jump in. What does it? The market drops first. I'm 500 in minus. I could not even put a stop loss, and I was like shocked. I wanted to close the position immediately, and it jumps up. It goes up. The moment it jumps, I bring my stop loss to a small loss, and it was playing a bit around here, and then turns around and hit my stop loss. Then I said, hey, I'm on a downtrend here. I get a cross candle. I get in. I was sure it would get just here, as I was, and I saw here that one is getting here where I had my breakout here. I get a cross candle. I get in, and then I said, hey, the 3 candle pattern here. After I get something like that, it will jump on. Where did I see that? Here in the 15 minute as well. You see, that was on Friday here. I was here. I saw the 3 candle pattern here. I said, hey, that one is getting closing nearby here. Sometimes you have an engulfing candle, 3 candle pattern. The next one is a red candle. It's half through the body, half through, a little bit less than half, but sometimes more than half, and then it jumps up actually. But it takes time actually. It takes time. You see, that takes some time actually. Went up actually. That one I see, hey, it's coming here. I put a limit order here. Went up actually. That was the way. So I was trading and I made even over 5K. But that one broke my back actually. Broke our back actually. Nasser, Azrai, Tarek, me, Fraz, and we was like, hey, what is happening here? Each time we try to get in, stop loss get in. Each time we get in, stop loss get in. That can't be actually. What is happening here? And yeah, that was happening here. I know it's a 3 candle pattern look, but I don't have any room here, and since that's not a perfect setup yet because the pullback is nearby the local high here. Could get here and drop here, so we get a double top here. So the only thing for me here to do is maybe wait for the next opportunity here. So let's see what is happening. So that one is playing. That's okay so far. Let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute I can do nothing even with that one. Nothing. Maybe we still have time. Again, we have still time that can turn around and we can go to doji actually, or cross candle, whatever. But it's like that. It's an inside, like a piercing is that. Then I need to see the 3rd candle close maybe here. Then I can use it like a 3 candle pattern again. What was the piercing again? I have a candle like that. For example, one here. The 3rd one needs to close above the high, the wick of that one here. So above that wick here. Then with the closing price or limit order, I get in and all the way up. That's going to be something like, so what is that going to be? Something like, so what we see here actually, I got it from a friend. That's just a translation from Google where he translated the English version into Persian language here. So what we see here is that's actually what I called A++, actually A++ setup here. I have the liquidity sweep. That one is closing above that. I have the liquidity sweep of the liquidity sweep here, and that's the smart money concept, by the way. Okay, those things we have said, but I never actually paid attention to them because they're, I don't know, too much here. I didn't want it here. Here, that's the piercing actually. You see, that one is inside that one. Then, and I need then a candle that closes actually above the wick of that one here. It's saying that, but I do not pay attention to that because it's almost like the 3 candle pattern, only in the opposite direction. It could have been something like that, but it's the same actually. It's the same actually. It's the same. You see, gold is turning around. That was the reason I didn't want it to. You see, that's exactly the reason I didn't want it to do that actually. When I get now here 3 candle pattern, but again, it's 5 minutes. I don't want to use 5 minutes here because I hear things going on. Let's wait actually. Let's be patient. Let's stay focused, you guys. That one actually, if that one turns, actually could be a inverse hammer here actually. I hope it's getting even more down here. It's getting down here actually. Then I have an inverse hammer. Perfect actually. Boop, all the way up actually. All the way up here. Here, something like that. Do you see that candle here? I like to see that actually here, only in white. Yes, perfect. I like to see that, but we have 5 minutes to go. If I get something like that, perfect, beautiful actually. Actually, opposite color, beautiful actually. Nearby the rejection, we get it actually, and we want to go up. And we see I have the liquidity sweep. That was just the, again, to get some swing here actually. We got here rejection, and we get also the rejection again. Here again, the microstructure is telling us, hey, nearby the rejection, the giant candle get rejected, and after that I get in doji cross candle. Cross candle is again doji base candle, hammer, inverse hammer. In that case would have been an inverse hammer, opposite color. That means it's getting exalted. Now we want to go all the way up here. So we take that here and shake that baby up all the way up. And make then money, 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 money. Money doesn't make happy. Lots of money makes happy. It's the truth. Now, health is of course more important, but I'm using to be a little bit funny because I know that's a bit dry here, and yeah. I got even my own thumbnail here on my iPad. I want to get a new one actually, the one that you can put a SIM card in it actually. So maybe sometimes I'm also, so I can use that maybe to get a bigger one. You said, but there are two things I don't like actually. It's too big actually, but maybe I need it, but because if you split the window, and on the other hand, so you pay 1,500 to 1,800. I saw if you wanted the features that I want. I don't mean that much memory. 256. It's gigabyte is enough for me. But on the other hand side, with that price, I can get a laptop actually. You know, those who have a double screen. One is from Lenovo and one is from Asus. Have you seen that actually? Here is that one here actually. I can then buy that one actually, but again that's different actually. It's again bigger, but you can have it actually like that too. You see, on the one hand I can have, if I have it like this or like this, but again I'm using that like this with two windows actually, and put the keyboard in front of it. One I have the 15-minute gold and Nasdaq, and with the other one I have the 15-minute and 5-minute of what is it called? Yes, Nasdaq actually, and the price is okay actually. The problem, if I have a red one actually, I don't want to see red. Hopefully we will get a white one. red one is please give us the white one. Let's go here. What is happening here? 5 minutes here. Okay, we don't care. Actually, that's the reason stages here. See, only take the safe trades here. We could have got here 2k. Okay, we missed out that opportunity here because I was talking again. Maybe next time. Less talking, more doing here. So okay, that's also good. Consolidating here, we cannot go here. It's okay, but please, no, no, not like that. I cannot use you like that. Even let's say it will probably go up, but again, no setup, no trades actually. One of the live session that we have last week or the week before that, actually, when you go on our YouTube channel, it's no setup, no trades actually. Same is here. But maybe if that one is getting a cross candle, let's wait. Everyone on the phone, everyone on their phone, everyone on their phone or computer, whatever you're using, guys. Okay, I'm using here, that one here. I'm using that one here. I use the low of it. If it gets me in, it gets me in. 220. Maybe I should have jumped in with the closing price. Don't know. Don't care. So I saw the weakest. Hey, we would get a rejection here. It comes down. Maybe give it some time, but I don't think that because that jumped up actually. Okay. Next time we would jump on it because my problem was here. Yes, you say, hey, parser, that's ultras. Yes, but the body's a bit too big here. The body's a bit too big here. And I said, hey, maybe I get a deeper, maybe pullback. So I want to be safe with my stop loss here. So you see, be more safe here. Even my stop loss get hit. No, it is more unlikely. It is more unlikely that turns around. So take that away because it went too fast up, showing no sign of. You see, pushes all the way up. Next time, guys, maybe I don't know, take the risk and try to go here. But again, how can I use that also? How can I use that also? When that one closes above that one, then I have the piercing again. Or not the piercing. I'm sorry. I have the 3 candle pattern. Yeah, I wanted to say 3 candle pattern liquidity sweep. That needs to close above that, and then we're good to go. Or even that one, I can use that too. By the way, look here, look here. It's getting down. It's getting up. It's getting down. It's getting up. So to bottom here, yes, we can use that. But again, for that we need to see a 3 candle pattern. What is happening here? Here we have nothing. Yeah, here's the same actually. So we need to have a 3 candle pattern here. Otherwise, we can get a 3 candle pattern through the 15 minute. That's okay too. So from now on, I don't want to see any of you guys 2 hours after London session and 15 minutes after New York session to put any trades on. If you have some ongoing on, that's okay, because you bring your stop loss to small loss. The worst case scenario is the market turns around and hits you with a small loss, 20, 30K, 50K. Did I say? I'm sorry, I don't know what I say. Always K. $20, $30, $50. That's going to be too much, actually, losing that much amount of money. But that's okay. You can handle that amount, because on the other hand, when it goes around, then it's going. You see that one? I don't like it to push that much up and then come down here. No, maybe go slightly up and then come down, get me here, and then push up. But when you're pushing that much up and then you're trying to come down here, that's something that I don't like to see here in the 15 minute. Then I have a huge wick. I don't want to get with that candle, which looks like a huge wick with the red candle here. That doesn't make sense. Okay, guys, get ready here. Ready to rumble. So, what we see here. When I see jump, everybody jump. When I see jump, everybody jump. So 15 minute, come on. I have it here as well. You feel that? You feel the kick here? And we do nothing here. No setup, no trade, we said. We're not here to gamble. That means next thing we want to see that the 15 minute, we have still less than 10 minutes, a little bit less than 10 minutes to go. We hope that one closes here. Then we can use the 3 candle pattern here. Maybe pull back, no pullback, we will see that then by now. And our target is gonna be, again, here. I'm gonna show it reverse, actually, how much we could make here if you have multiplied that by 10, actually. Let's say we got in here. From here we can make 184 multiplied by 10, because I'm getting 10 contract. It's going to be $1,800. So good $1,800 if we get to that point here. Again, so far nothing here. What is going on? Oh, now it's getting interesting here. Now it's getting interesting. We have the brain. No, I don't care about that one. Also, that one is not an inside candle, so no. And it's also risky here. Maybe it will get here and then drop, actually. What I want to see, actually, I want to see something clean. What is clean? I get up, actually, have a pullback, could be somewhere, and I see the exhaustion of the pullback, and I use it to my favor to go long. What could it be? 1 candle retraced by many, or 3 candle pattern, 2 candle, or I see a giant candle, then I see the cross candle here, whatever, something like that. Guys, repeatable pattern here. The market is such a freaking gold mine here. We can do so much money good here. Now we're getting a 3 candle pattern to the opposite, but okay, that doesn't count, actually. So what does that tell us? Stay away from the market. We need to give the market some times here. So I will close this session so far. I mean, we will still trading together here, but I will stop recording here. Thanks so far, everyone. That was for today. We will take 3 things away from today. One, the most important one, actually, between 2 hours after London opening, actually, that's actually 5 a.m. Eastern time, and 15 minutes after New York session, do not open any new position. I don't want to, as promising those candle looks, you see later, oh, I should have had, you saw what happens to us today. We have perfect setup. Even the last one was A+++. We had 3 different setup in once, actually. Microstructure setting us hit would be good up. What did happen? Stop loss got hit. I know there is no holy grail here, but you get my point here. And the next thing is actually like the trend. If we have a breakout and then after that we get 1 or 2 bigger candle close nearby the breakout, or could be the rejection and we get a cross candle, could be doji, base, hammer, inverse hammer, especially the opposite color, that means the trend is probably to reverse here. Get out of that trade if you're in any, and definitely open ones to the opposite side then. And last not least, it's gonna be yes, do not in the New York session at least wait the first 15 minutes. Let the market dictate the price. Okay, that's the bare minimum. That was for today. Thank you so far, and see you tomorrow.